Jeanne d'Arc had liberated Orléans and put the English army to flight. However, as the English retreated, they became an obstacle for Charles the Dauphin. He needed a clear path from Chinon to Reims, where he would be crowned king. Nearing the town of Patay, the English sought to regroup. But Jeanne d'Arc and her French army were closing in. Fleeing the Loire Valley, the English were on the run. As they retreated northwards, a French vanguard was in close pursuit.
Soyez prest, compagnon. Je suis votre serveur.
Caught out of position, the French faced a surprise attack from the English rearguard. A detachment of English archers blocked the road with palings, an effective measure against cavalry. The French vanguard had to clear the road if they were to call in reinforcements.
Retrayez vos amouets, certes. Avertissez votre courage, compagnon. Avant, compagnon. Avertissez votre courage, compagnon. Retrayez vos amouets. J'attends, chevalier! Si comme vos voldres, à l'arc, chevalier!
With the road cleared, the French army could safely bring in reinforcements from nearby allies.
Si comme vos voldres. Avant, compagnon.
The French army paid their ally and received a detachment of reinforcements.
Quando je commande, avant. Accesmets vos, avant, compagnon. Si comme vos voldres. Attendez les pour votre service. Quando je commande, avant. Incontinent. Retrayez vos amouets. Avertissez votre courage, compagnon. Certes.
Hearing the rallying cry of the English coming from the village of St. Sigmund, the French were alerted to the enemy position.
Siège approuvé.
Incontinent! Tous some feu!
The French recaptured St. Sigmund and prepared to rendezvous with Jeanne d'Arc. But a large English detachment had set up a blockade. So long as that force was in place, the French vanguard could not reach Jeanne. The French army saw a chance to bolster their numbers and sent payment to their ally in return for reinforcements.
C'est le temps d'adventure, mes seigneurs. Avant, mes seigneurs. Si comme vos voldrez. Obéir, c'est vertu. L'heure est certes. Incontinent. Je suis votre serveuse. Quand je commande, avant. Pour votre service. Avertissez votre courage, compagnon. Retrayez vos amours. Avertissez votre courage, compagnon. Incontinent. Quand je commande, avant. Avant, compagnon. Pour votre service.
Ennemi pointoyé.
Quand je commande, avant. Retrayez vos amours. Certes. Si comme vos voldrez. Avant, compagnon.
Des ennemis approuvés.
Votre courage, compagnon. Si comme vos voldrez. À la zone chevalier.
Ouais, ennemi.
Vos services. Nous allons. Service en ordonnance.
With the English blockade destroyed, the French vanguard rejoiced at the arrival of Jeanne d'Arc and her troops. With their rearguard eliminated, the remaining English forces would now seek to escape the valley through the town of Patay. 3 enemy regiments were converging on the town along 3 main roads.
Vers où faut-il archer?
Jeanne had either to stop the regiments on the roads or race ahead to fortify Patay itself.
Où dois-je, Reader?
Attendez.
Courez où, presto?
Thomas on ordonnance. Si
Allant de ce sens plus attente. Pex, veici les commandements.
Oyez bien.
Amant cri, avant. Soyez prêts, je fais vos commandements. Si fait que sera. Voisance, bien ordonnée. Compagnon, marchette derrière. J'ai besoin. Compagnon.
Ennemi pointoyé. Ennemi nous hostile.
6 à l'ennemi.
Ouais, l'ennemi.
Côte suisse!
J'attends.
Les Gouméous sont
Ennemis pointoyés!
Alors, ce sont plus attendre. Compagnon, marchez derrière.
Alors ça, ridet sen bon ordre. Je suis votre serveuse.
Oh yes, les perfect. Anderson. Si fais comme tu es. Perfect. Anderson. Allons, ce sens plus attendre. À mon prix, avant. J'ai besoin. Si fait que sera. Si fais comme tu es. Compagnon, marchette derrière. Présence, bien ordonnée. Allons, ce sens plus attendre. À mon prix, avant. Compagnon, marchette derrière. Présence, bien ordonnée. Je fais vos commandements. À mon prix, avant. Si fait que sera. Avant, sans ralentir. Commandement incontinent. Avant, sans ralentir. Perfect de la sonne. Les Gouméous attendent les commandements.
Die ennemis sind attroupés!
Compagnon, traite tous en bataille.
Je suis vos commandements pour les chevaucheurs.
Les Gouméous sous cette selle. J'ai besoin.
Est victoire!
Présence, bien ordonnée. À mon prix, avant. Perfect, Anderson.
Access mes vos. Oui, à barmer.
Oh yes, les commandements. Compagnon, marchette derrière. Présence, bien ordonnée. J'ai besoin. J'ai besoin.
Ennemis pointoyés!
Devers ou devant ce visage. Défecte de cela. Gouméou, transport leader. Défecte de cela. Les Gouméous attendent les commandements. Les Gouméous sous cette selle. Gouméou, transport en baignade. Traite tous en bataille. Les Gouméous attendent compagnon.
After an intense pursuit and a hard-fought battle, the French crushed the remaining English army, thwarting their desperate retreat.
C'est glorieux de besoin.
Now the triumphant Jeanne d'Arc could safely lead Charles to Reims for his coronation as King of France. medieval soldiers suffered brutal injuries in battle. Their chance of survival lay with barber surgeons. From cutting hair to removing limbs on the battlefield, the job of a barber surgeon was varied, and so were their tools.
600 years ago, surgery was very different from today, and this is some of the kit that the surgeons of then would be using. For example, amputations. This bit of kit was used to cut through the skin. Then you need to get through bone, and this is what they used. Believe it or not, this was used for neurosurgery. But what they didn't have at the time was anaesthesia.
Despite carrying out major surgery, barber surgeons had no formal training.
What they learned on the job, and the place where they practiced the most was the battlefield.
This was also a time when new surgical techniques were developed, particularly when it came to saving the life of a future king. In 1403, 16-year-old Prince Henry was injured in the Battle of Shrewsbury while fighting rebels trying to overthrow his father, King Henry IV.
The arrow penetrated his right cheek and became lodged at the base of his skull. He was very lucky it didn't kill him instantly.
Prince Henry pulled the arrow from his face. The shaft came out, but the arrowhead remained lodged inside.
They needed to get that out before infection set in and killed him.
To the rescue, celebrated surgeon John Bradmore. Bradmore recorded what he did to save the prince's life, including a picture of the tool he made to extract the arrowhead.
And it works by ensuring that the tip is closed and then inserting it along the track caused by the arrowhead until it meets the arrowhead.
Then the screw is turned to expand the tip, locking it in place inside the arrowhead.
And then ever so slowly and gently, you extract, making sure that you don't lose it along the way. I'm amazed by the skill that would have been needed to do this successfully. Can you imagine how good that felt when that came out?
The young prince survived to become King Henry V, hero of Agincourt. But perhaps the real heroes of medieval medicine were the barber surgeons, who saved countless lives on the battlefield.